Today we are going to have another day of practicing our either Python code or our Scratch block language code. So those of you that are practicing your Python are going to continue in Code HS, and today we are going to make sure that we get some practice with what are called while loops. So we're going to go into while loops, and you'll watch the video and take the quiz, and then you'll get to see that while loops are really actually very neat. You're going to make some cool things like this. If you use the while loop, so instead of saying for I in range, which is the first kind of loop that we talked about earlier this month, and you set a certain number of times that you wanted it to repeat whatever your code was. So for I in range 5 would repeat whatever you said programmed 5 times. A while loop continues and continues and continues an infinite number of times until so it continues while, for example, this one says while the radius is greater or less than or equal to 200. It will continue to do whatever you have said here until it reaches a value that is higher than this number here. So it will continue for not a set number of times, but it will just keep doing it until it reaches whatever you set it to be. So while loops are pretty neat. If you get through all of the while loops, then what would be a really great idea is if you can come back and practice your conditionals, the if and the if else statements, to pick up where you left off with those. But I want everyone to start with number 18, which is called while loops today. Okay, those of you that are doing Google CS First, remember you have the link here to get to CS First in your passport booklet. You can grab that off the table and it'll have your username, your CS username, and your password, or your device might have saved it for you if you don't need it. When you get into here, let's say you're doing the animation one, when you're in, it'll take you to where you left off last time, and you want to go up to the top of the screen and click on, I think it's called, let's say we're in this one. Up at the top, you want to go to activities and badges wherever you are. And today we want to work on part 3. So for those of you that are in animation, that's going to be called activity 3, Android Story. So we'll open that up. And then you watch this quick little video here, and she will show you what all 3 of these projects do. And just like the last time in class, you get to choose one of these. So maybe you want to do this one. Remember, it's going to open it up in Scratch for you on a separate tab. And when you get to Scratch, you want to make sure that you're signed in on your Scratch account. You don't have to use the CS. And then you want to remix this so that the project then becomes yours. The thing that we need to make sure that we're doing is we go to the next video. So we're going to keep toggling back and forth from CS First to Scratch. So you'll watch this video and it'll teach you, this is called Tell Me a Story. And then after you see how to do that, where you're making this little critter move, you'll go to your Scratch account and you will make that happen. Then you'll toggle back. You'll watch the next video, which is called Android Actions, for those of you doing this one. And you will get to do that on your Scratch account to your sprite that's here. And then I believe next one, so animate actions, also you'll do that one. And then when you get to part 5 is called add-ons. I really like add-ons because it gives you some choice once your project is nearing the end. When you scroll down, the video will show you really quickly what all the add-ons do. But then you get to choose which of the add-ons you want to do. So hopefully you can get like 2 or 3 of the add-ons added into your project before you finish up today. If you do finish this one, you're welcome to go on to part 4, which would be the next one. If not, that's okay. At least your goal is to get through all the videos and the lessons and do those to your Scratch project, and then also to get through as many of these add-ons as you can. And one thing that I thought was really neat, I'm just going to go back a video here. If you guys didn't know about this little trick, I had a few students who were doing this yesterday. So when you're playing your video in CS First, if you click on these 3 dots here, the donut holes, and you say picture in picture, it brings up the video down here in picture in picture, and then I can toggle over to my Scratch account and I'm
In
able
this
to
video, you will
watch
program more
video
functions
happening
that
down
animate
here
the
and see
android's
the code. I
actions.
might need to
In
make
the
it a little
previous video,
bigger,
you learned that
just
you
so I
can
can
make a
see
new
it,
block to
but it's really
animate an
nice to have
android.
that there as a
To do this,
reference while I'm doing the code for my program and learning how to do those different things in code. So remember today we're practicing Python in CodeHS. We're doing while loops, part 18, or we are continuing in activity number 3 in Google CS First.